guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I kind of figured I would do something different on my channel and just do a full face of makeup of products that I'm pretty much like on the fence about. They're products that I have tried before, but I'm not sure if I like it or not. I only have 6 products in this video to share with you guys in terms of like, I've tried it, I'm sure about it, and this is my last chance to kind of see how I actually feel about it. The other products I'm not going to share with you guys because I'm just using it to complete my makeup look. I actually saw Casey Holmes do this video on her channel. I think she did it like a year ago, and I kind of figured it was a fun video to do. So yeah, I did see Casey Holmes do it. I'm not sure if she started this actual video idea, but I thought it was really cool. So if you guys like this video concept, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, we're gonna retry some products one more time to see how I feel about it. Some of the products I've tried on camera before, some of the products I've actually tried on my own and not show you guys on camera. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see my thoughts and my final opinion on these products, and of course, just keep watching. Alright, so I told you guys I wasn't going to use this particular palette on camera, but I kind of figured with the purpose of this video, I was like, you know what, go ahead and just use the eyeshadow palette. And this one is going to be by Makeup Revolution. It's the Fierce as Fire eyeshadow palette. I did show you guys this palette in my hot new drugstore eyeshadow palette video, and I told you guys when swatching it, it wasn't the best when swatching it, so I was kind of let down with the palette. But I was like, you know what, you're kind of unsure about it, you haven't tried it, so just feature it in this video. So I am going to use this palette as my palette for my eyeshadow look for today. So diving into the eyeshadow palette, the first color I'm going to take is this nude color right here. That nude color, just going to pop that into my crease. And then for my crease color, I'm just gonna take this really pretty like maroon color and just pop it into my crease. It's like a burgundy color. It's really pigmented on the brush. Just gonna pop that into my crease as well. And then for my lid color, I'm just gonna take this color right here as my lid color. All right, and then I'm gonna take this really pretty orange color. I'm gonna throw that into like my outer V. It's almost really light, so I doubt you're gonna see it too well, but I just kind of want to break up this heavy burgundy look that I have going on so far. So I'm just gonna throw it into my outer V. All right, and then we're gonna table the eyes temporarily and jump into the face. All right, you guys, and then for foundation, it's going to be the Makeup Revolution foundation stick. It's actually not the newest one, it's the oldest one. I have it in a color called F13, and here is the packaging for it. I already used this foundation. I didn't do it on camera, but I already used the foundation, and I'm kind of like unsure about it because when you apply it, it almost feels really like, I don't want to use the word heavy, but the texture of it, it almost feels really weird when it's sitting on your face. So I'm kind of like unsure about it. And then the color is not a bad color, but it's not like my perfect color. I can definitely make it work, but I just kind of feel like I need to get past the way it feels on the face because it's definitely a weird consistency on the face. So I just want to try it out one more time to determine if I like it or not, because right now I'm really on the fence about it. Alright you guys, and the next palette is going to be by e.l.f. It's their bronzer palette, which is in the one called Bronze Beauty. I did pick it up at Marshall's and I was looking at it and I kind of felt like, well, maybe I can make it work. I did use it twice already and I'm still unsure about it. The colors in here, they're really light. So I kind of figured to myself, if it doesn't work out, maybe I could use it as a, I guess like for eyeshadows to throw in the crease, the outer V. But I do want to try it out one more time because I'm not sure how I honestly feel about it. I'm leaning towards not liking it for an actual bronzer because the colors in here are really light, but I do want to give it one more try. So in this palette, you do have two bronzers and you also have two highlighters. This is going to be your bronzer, that's going to be your bronzer, and this is going to be your highlighters. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this one for my bronzer. Alright, and then for highlighters, I have 3 options in front of me because I was unsure which one to use in the video, but all 3 I'm pretty much unsure about. I know one of them I featured in a video. It was my drugstore makeup swap tutorial. It is the L'Oreal Crush Full Metallic Highlighter. I told you guys in that video that I did not like it because the consistency of it was really like glittery and chunky, and it wasn't even like applying to my like high points of my cheeks smoothly. So I wanted to try that one more time. The next one is going to be by CoverGirl. It's the Peach Punch Highlighter. I tried to use this once before for like an actual tutorial for a video, and it was so light on my face that I was pretty much just turned off by it. So I'm either going to use this one or the L'Oreal one. And the last one is going to be by NYX. Is the Born to Glow highlighter in the color called Chosen One, which is this one right here. The issue I have with the CoverGirl one is the same issue with the NYX one. As you can see, the NYX is actually more like golden than the CoverGirl one. So I just kind of feel like the CoverGirl one might just be too light for my skin tone, and I just kind of feel like I may not like it overall. So probably won't use this one because I just kind of feel like looking at the NYX one and this one is just entirely too light. So we're not going to use that. So I just feel like for the purpose of this video, I really want to try the L'Oreal one more time. So let's try this one for the highlighter. And I'm going to use a different brush for this video that I didn't use in the last one. And I'm going to spray my brush wet to kind of see what it looks like, because it's a metallic highlighter. So I'm just going to spray my brush wet and just see how that works. Alright, and then going back into the eyeshadow palette, I'm just going to take, I'm not sure which color, but I want to do an inner corner highlight. So I think I'm just going to take, for the purpose of my highlighter, I really want to take this white one, but that's going to clash really badly. So I'm just going to take this yellow golden one and just pop it into my inner corner as my inner corner highlight. So yeah, you guys, this is pretty much the completed look. I think everything turned out really nicely. I did keep my eyeshadow look really simple. So just a quick rundown of all my products that I was unsure about. First one is going to be the Makeup Revolution Fierce as Fire eyeshadow palette. I told you guys in my hot new drugstore eyeshadow palette video that when swatching this product, I was pretty much unimpressed with the swatches because I kind of felt like I don't expect the pigment to be amazing because on your hands and on your eyes is two different things. But at the same time, you have to have some kind of pigment and not like super patchy. And I kind of felt like this product, especially the orange one, was really patchy when swatching it on my hand. However, applying it to my eyes, I was quite impressed because every single shadow in terms of a matte eyeshadow color was super pigmented. It was really intense in color. It blended out really nicely. So I was super impressed with the matte eyeshadows. The shimmer shade I used was this color right here. And I must say, I wasn't super impressed with the shimmer shade, especially that one, because it looked kind of like patchy when applying it to my eyes. and it wasn't as intense as I wanted. So once I did wet my brush to intensify the shimmer shade, it definitely was more intense. It still wasn't the greatest that I've tried from them in terms of a shimmer shade, but it was still some nice pigment to it once my brush was wet. So I really was impressed with the eyeshadows. It does give you some kickback, especially this brown color right here. I did get some kickback with that color when applying my brush to the shadow. So I kept having to like blow the eyeshadow palette because it kept getting into the other colors. So I must say, I was really impressed with the colors. I'm not going to sit here and say it's my most favorite makeup eyeshadow palette from them, but at the same time, it's not a bad eyeshadow either. So I kind of feel like to get highlighters and the eyeshadows, I do think it's a good deal. I told you guys I got it for free when I purchased one of their products. So I haven't seen it in Ulta's shelf like to buy. So you probably have to actually buy it on their company's website. So I kind of feel like to get an eyeshadow palette and a highlighter combo in here is a nice deal, and the shadows do give you some good pigment. So it's not a bad product at all. And I'm gonna eat my words and say I do like the eyeshadow palette. And I was super impressed with it. The inner corner highlight was the gold shadow right here, which I actually like for an inner corner highlight. I don't think I'm gonna use it on my face. I haven't tried the highlighters yet on my face. I'll probably do it like in a separate video or just do it off camera. But overall, the palette was really good, and I was quite impressed with the matte shadows, which you guys saw when applying it to my eyes. Next product is going to be, again, my Makeup Revolution. I was unsure about this foundation because I told you guys when I used it before, it was actually off camera. I went ahead and used the product off camera to film a video that never made it to my channel. But anyways, when I applied it to my face, I think the face primer that I used, this product did not play well with it at all because the foundation felt really like heavy on my face, and it almost felt like a wet feeling. It reminded me of the L'Oreal like foundation stick, and I did not like the feeling of how this foundation felt on my face. And I'm trying to remember what primer I used to prime my face first before applying this product, but I feel like when applying the Maybelline one, it applied so much better, and I don't feel it on my face at all. It is a full coverage foundation, which I like, so I did like the fact that it was a full coverage foundation. I will say, if you wanted to use a sponge to blend out the foundation, it doesn't blend nicely with the sponge at all. It almost doesn't blend at all. I kind of feel like you have to use a brush with this foundation to actually get it to move on the face, because with the sponge, it almost just kind of like sits there to me, and it doesn't blend out as nicely. But with the actual brush, it does blend out better. I always go over my foundation with the sponge after I use my brush to just make it more seamless and flawless, but I wouldn't use a sponge to apply it by itself because it doesn't budge or move at all, in my opinion. The color is not going to be my most favorite color on my skin. However, it's not the worst. So I will say I like the foundation, but I'm not in love with the foundation. So do I see myself repurchasing this foundation? Probably not. I feel like once it's finished, I won't repurchase it because I'm not in love with it. You don't get that much product in here. I only used it twice, and you don't get that much product in here. So I just kind of feel like if you're oily, you probably wouldn't like it because it does make your face look shiny. Unless you use a mattifying primer to kind of tone down the shininess, I wouldn't suggest getting it if you're oily. If you're dry, you might like it because it does give your skin a nice like hydrated look. So I kind of feel like I like it, but I'm not in love with it. And I think that's pretty much just where I stand. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a horrible foundation because it's not. It's just not my favorite. So I like it, but I don't love it. So that's that product. Next one is going to be the L'Oreal Crush Metallic Highlighter. I must say, I told you guys in that makeup swap tutorial video that I did not like this foundation. I also said that maybe the brush I used was probably not the right brush. And I also said I was going to try the product wet next time I tried it. And I did use a different brush. I used my Real Technique setting brush to apply my highlighter. Then I also applied it dry and wet. With this brush, it applied so much better, and I think it applied more smoother versus being like chunky and glitter. I will say it does look more glittery compared to my other highlighters. It's almost like it just sits on top of your skin versus looking like seamless and smooth on the skin. It almost just sits on top of the skin. But the application of it was so much better, and I think it applied very easier once I wet my brush. I think once I wet my brush, it was more intense. As you guys can see, it's definitely an intense highlighter. So I will say I like it a lot with this brush, and I like it even better if the brush is wet. I feel like when using this product, I'm going to wet my brush versus keeping it dry because it looks more intense and it looks more smooth. However, I kind of feel like it just sits on top of the skin versus looking seamless like everything else on my face. So I do like it. I actually like it a lot. So I have to take back my words in terms of not liking it, because I actually do like it. And you guys know I'm a sucker for a highlighter. So I was kind of surprised when I didn't like it at first, but I do like it now because the highlight looks amazing on the face. It looks really good actually. All right, last product, I think is going to be my last product. Yes, it's going to be by e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. bronzer palette, and here is what the palette look like. And I kind of feel like how I feel about it is pretty much going to be the same way how I felt before, which is I don't really care for it as a bronzer on me. I just kind of feel like the color is not deep enough for my skin tone. And the highlighters, I kind of feel like they're just blah to me. So I'll just probably use it for like eyeshadow or something. But as far as like a face product, I don't like it. And I kind of feel like if it was a little bit more deeper in color, maybe I would like it, but that's not deep enough. And it almost falls like on the cool tone side. It's like it wants to be warm, but it falls more on the cool tone side. So I don't like this product, and that's just where I stand with it. And then these last two products, I kind of feel like I already had an idea of how I felt about it. I just think the color is way too light for my skin tone, and I just kind of feel like for a highlighter, it's not going to look flattering on me. I'm gonna probably try the NYX one more time just to make sure. Let me swatch it for you guys so you can see. Like, it's super light. So I kind of feel like for a highlighter, maybe not for my face, maybe again for like an inner corner highlight. And of course, the one by CoverGirl is just way too light, because looking at the one by NYX side by side, this is entirely too light and it looks super ashy. So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand with those two products. And I think that's everything else. Everything else in the video I was just using to just finish off my face. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my products that I was unsure about. So as you guys can see, 3 of the products I'm going to say no to, but the other 3 I do like. So I think 3 out of 3 is not horrible. So yeah, you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this concept, let me know. I can definitely do this video again with future products that I'm kind of like on the fence about and I want to try one more time on camera with you guys. So let me know if you like the video. I know my makeup look is kind of like on the simple side today, but hope you guys still enjoyed it. Like always, please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.